F1 23, but we are racing at the old Monza circuit. And it's lights out, and away we go. We get a decent start going through those cars. Then we go in the insides of both Alfa Romeos as we almost hit the back of the AlphaTauri. We have to be very careful not to get boxed in. And then we use the DRS. You can see the DRS is very powerful with the slipstream. I actually have a low downforce setup to help me a bit, because you will see why later on. We go round the outside of the AlphaTauri, and now we are behind the Aston Martin. We pick our line very carefully. We have to brake a little early here, I think, at the Lesmos. We have to be careful not to brake the car. As you can see, I think the AlphaTauri, for some silly reason, tried to go on my inside when there was no space left. As we absolutely bottle the exit, we have to get on the gas as soon as possible, because you can see top speed is very, very powerful for us. As you can see, we are just speeding up. We're going to go through Ascari at over 350 kilometers per hour, 360 now, and here we are just before Parabolica. We get a nice exit over there, and then we get the nice turning in. We brake very early, almost hitting the Alpine, but luckily we don't. And into the exit of Parabolica, we go as fast as we can, and then the problem arrives. You can see at the first banking, we have to slow down, be careful with the throttle, because for some reason, especially this one, if you're unlucky with the bumps, it can absolutely throw you off as we get overtaken by the Aston Martin. But there's nothing we can do except for trying to stay as close as we can. But then on the exit, that's when we can pick up the throttle. We use the Alpine as a bit of a slipstream. You can see that's when the speed is on our side, and you can see we're just so fast compared to those cars. But then the banking arrives, and I have to slow down and get off the DRS, because it is not safe to use the DRS on these bankings. You can see the AI is a lot braver than I am, but I know it's not possible. And here we are as we enter lap number 2 in P15, and as you can see, the speed is insane, but we are blocked by the two cars. We have to be careful. We do have a bit of a laptop there. We almost got thrown off the track because we're going so fast. So I need to find a good opening, as we have to stay very close without hitting them, because there are going to be consequences, especially on this track. To the next corner, I decide to brake early. I've learnt my lesson from last time. And here we go to the first Lesmo, and then through the second one. This is where, if we get that line just right, we could turn on the DRS, pick up the speed, and I think we could even try and go for a point. We overtake the Alpine onto the straight. As we pass Ascari, there's another Aston Martin and Alpine to overtake. And then into Parabolica, I'm going to brake early, because otherwise the cars are going to lock up. And there's a massive accident at the front. Many cars have been eliminated. Including a Mercedes. Luckily, we managed to go around, and as you can see, we're in the points. We're in P9. So can we keep this P9 and at least score a few points for the team? Alright, here we are at the end of the second banking, and our P9 becomes P10 as the Alpine gets ahead. We stay right behind him for the slipstream, then tuck out and get ahead with the slipstream as well. As we go into the second banking, I turn off the DRS. It's not safe to use it. Lift the throttle. Try and go as fast as we can without losing too many positions. I'm okay with P10. I think we'll be fine till the end of the race. It's very bumpy, but then as you can see, that's P10. He gets ahead of me. I'm now in P11, but there's still a short route to the line. Can we get it? We use the DRS and slipstream, and we tuck out. And can we get it? We can't. By just a few tenths, we lose out on that position. So no points for us. Anyways, if you have enjoyed that, do make sure to like and subscribe, and consider sending a super thanks or becoming a member. Thanks, and see ya.